Changing channels, Minister, we see 8.4 billion Canadian tax dollars being spent within the foreign aid envelope. Much of it is going to projects with names like Beans for Women's Empowerment or Gender Just Low Carbon Rice Value Chains, or being funneled through organizations like the UN or the World Bank. What return on investment or outcomes can Canadians see coming from this that improves their lives?
There's a lot of programs, over 2,000 programs that the ministry administers. Great programs. Some you may have issues with their names, but their intent is great. When in context for the Greening Our Rice, the Gender Just Right, it's a project that Oxfam aims to promote low carbon rice value chains in Vietnam. It increases women's participation. It's developed through broad consultations with government donors and civil society. And it sustains, it increases production of more sustainable rice, and it increases the livelihood of small rice producers, particularly women. On that note, Vietnam's is one of our top trading partners in the ASEAN, and it's a major supplier of our affordable rice. So these are mutually beneficial programs. If we can improve the lives of local farmers, increase women's participation, increase their yields using less water, more climate resilient crops, we also, as Canadians, get a more affordable base for our rice, so which is an affordable starch and much needed supplement, I guess, or food source for many Canadians. Similarly, with I think you mentioned their international development banks and others, we support them, and now we're doing it more innovatively by giving them capital, using blended finance means and others, so we can attract private capital to help build some of the infrastructure needs in those countries, from ports to storage facilities for food supplies and others. And these are the type of things that we're doing to help make, I guess, a mutually beneficial, but also a resilient economy for the states that are the recipients.
Minister, I did mention the UN, organizations like the UN and the World Bank, and again, I guess Canadians are asking with these such programs where we're giving, for instance, $22 million to this project on gender just low carbon rice value chains, or however much the amount is, and it's going through organizations like the the UN or the World Bank. What kind of returns or outcomes can Canadians expect from that improves Canadians' lives? Is there any?
The example would be, in that case, you get a more affordable rice shipments to Canada. You get an increased yield in the rice in that land. I mean, our goal when it's international development is not a dollar for dollar return to Canadians. It's to help and maintain that the world is more financially secure. There's less poverty. With that results in less migration from those places. It allows more for peace and security in a more stable world. So a lot of our relations, including, if you see right now, Prime Minister Carney is in the region. He's making more trade agreements, and this is a soft power that helps work with nations like Vietnam, in this case, where they see the effect of Canada has been there for them and their development and bringing up the needs of women in their regions and increasing their farming yields, which results in better trade agreements for us. And as we're looking for new trading partners, this is the type of programs that we'll be working on even further.
Thank you. Minister, I hear this a lot from stakeholders, so my question is, will Canada renew its commitment to the Global Fund during the upcoming replenishment period, and how much does the department have earmarked for this?
Look, the Global Fund does a lot of great work at saving thousands, if not millions, of lives. It's bringing people out of poverty. It's worked immensely great at reducing HIV and as well as tuberculosis, malaria, and other disease. So it's a great fund. I think as the budget is coming out very shortly, we'll see, and our Prime Minister will make that commitment shortly. So I don't want to foreshadow anything, but we have a lot of great appreciation for the work that Global Fund has been doing in the past, and we'll continue to work with them in the future.
Thank you very much. My time is just about up, so
yes.
I'll cede the rest.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
so much for being here today. You spoke about a realignment towards mutually beneficial programs, so there's a return in investment. In your words, bang for Canadian buck. And things like investment in programs around rice in Vietnam leading to lower prices on rice here in Canada. I'm just wondering how you measure that.
Look, when it comes to international development, I think those measurables are long-term. So these are ways that we support a nation that we have good ties with or we want to potentially have better relationships with. Vietnam being one of the areas in the Indo-Pacific that we want to increase ties. It's a large trading partner for Canada as well, and it's an emerging market that is going to be even a more increased trading partner. So in order, if we help this is kind of the soft diplomacy we use. If we're able to help develop their agriculture processes, help develop their education, their women's and girls programs, I think the relationship to have a strong supply of agricultural products going both ways, it increases. And we've seen the increase in our trade with Vietnam in the particular program you asked.
So thanks for that. But you did speak about ROI. You spoke about bang for your buck. And I'm just wondering what that looks like structurally. Do you have people doing regression analysis? Is there a place Canadians can go to see how these things impact our prices? Or is it really just something where we are hoping and we have good feelings from it? And is this a vibes program? Or is there actual data that Canadians can look to be able to see the return that you're talking about?
Absolutely. I think the data is you'll see trade relationships increase, trading back and forth increase. You'll see increase in Canadian development.
See that increase.
You're more than welcome to see. I think Canada's trade relationships with those countries. You're more than welcome to see those. I think you'll see a steady increase in terms of where we've given development in dollars, and
so just
where it
because we
hasn't been
have
effective,
a limited,
we're
just a limited amount of time
Sure.
in this lightning round, I just want to ask you one more question. You talked about getting private capital to contribute more, and you talked about, I think, a $391 million fund, and you talked about Rockefeller foundations, and I also noticed that you included BlackRock in that list. And I'm wondering, in terms of this fund, can you say how much of that $391 million Canadian government fund will go to for-profit corporations to increase in this sort of vibey feelings way international development?
A brief response.
So it's not a vibey feeling way. It's to support the banks. None of that money goes to private companies. It goes to our international development banks, the African Development Bank, the Inter-America Development Bank. No, BlackRock would contribute to a program. So they haven't yet. They came to participate to see how they can. So say there's a port being done that's being funded by the Caribbean Development Bank. Canada will contribute the structure of that financing, and private capital is able to contribute to that loan program that the African Development Bank or the Caribbean Development Bank would make for that port.
Thank you very much.